Geek Gamer Weekly is brought to you by our brand new Roku app. You can watch Geek Gamer Weekly, Minecraft Me, and the entire lineup of GeekGamer.tv shows, and even watch the shows live as they happen. To grab the app today, head over to ggtv.me/Roku. This is Geek Gamer Weekly, episode 245, recorded on Sunday, August 26, 2013, the 2013 PAX Prime preview. Hey everybody, welcome again to another edition of Geek Gamer Weekly. This is the Uber podcast for geeks and gamers. Thank you for joining us on this Sunday evening, August 25th, for episode number 245 of a continuing, ongoing saga. My name is Chase Nunes. I'm going to lead this group, this awesome crew that we have established here before you.
When are they getting here?
I have no idea. Joining us, as always, first off, here in the studio, sporting the brand new Geek Gamer TV mic flag, modeling it, caressing it, feeling it, touch it. No, don't get your cooties on it. Stop it. Stop. John Kessler.
Hi.
Hi, John. How are you?
Just ducky.
How was your trip over here from the Monroe State Fair?
Actually, better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. I knew it was going to be good.
Yeah, beat you here.
Yeah, you did. You did. Well, I was coming from a Star Trek convention.
Yeah.
So where I got to hang out with Bill.
Bill?
You know Bill. You know Bill.
Clinton?
No.
Bill McClure?
McMurray?
Shatner.
Oh.
Anyway. Joining us as well, our resident aeroplane geek and 3D printer geek, Mr. Joseph Falby. Hey, Joe, how are you?
Good.
And looking forward to seeing you here in just a couple of days.
Yeah.
Totally stoked. And last, but certainly not least, we're very, very happy to have this guy. Now, we only have him on for very special occasions. I actually want him on more often, but he's very hard to pin down. It's probably the beard.
It's the beard.
Here he is, the CameronMan of GGTV, Mr. Cameron Atchley. Hey, Cam, how are you, sir?
Doing very well.
Good to see you, man. And by the way...
with my epic bearding.
Yeah, and you said that's going away.
It's getting a little too warm for it, unfortunately.
So are we going to see you, like, unshaved by Friday?
Unshaved? Or
De-shaved?
Debearded.
Debearded. Yeah,
Yes.
Are you going to be debearded?
Yeah, I'm going to shave it Thursday night.
Wow.
Alrighty.
Okay.
And that's a wrap.
And thanks for joining us.
Yep.
So we have a great show lined up for you guys. In case you didn't know, this is our PAX Prime preview special. This is where we're going to talk about PAX Prime, the Penny Arcade Expo. It's been running now for, I want to say, 7 years? 8 years now? Has it been 8 years?
Isn't this 10?
Is it 10 years?
It says PAX 10 on the...
No, the PAX 10 is their 10 games, not 10 years.
Oh, sorry.
That's what you get for jumping the gun, John.
Yeah. Well,
anyway,
PAX 10.
the chat room, will probably tell us. But anyway, we're going to talk about just a small fraction of the things that are going to be happening at PAX. In case you didn't know, it is sold out. It is in the beautiful state of Washington, and it will be happening at the Washington State Convention Center this Friday, August 30th, through next Monday, September 2nd, Labor Day. It is now 4 days this year, and totally stoked to cover it. Now, before we really jump into it, do you guys remember your first experiences ever with PAX? I mean, John, I have a feeling I know what you're going to answer, but what was your first ever experience of a PAX event?
When LPNW did the
LAN party, right?
Yeah, the LAN room.
And that was in Bellevue.
Yep.
That was in Bellevue at the Maidenpower Center.
Yep.
And did you know much about PAX prior to that?
No.
Okay. Now, Joe, what was your first experience with PAX? Was it with PDX LAN and NVIDIA, or officially, or?
I can't remember if it was that PAX East or if it was the PAX Prime. I think it might have been the PAX East, and then later on that year it was PAX Prime that we went to.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I think the first time was PAX East, actually going to Boston and helping NVIDIA run a tournament area, a free PC free play area, and running some tournaments there and stuff like that.
Yeah. What do you guys think is basically, if you were trying to explain what PAX is to somebody, Cameron, and they say, "Hey, Cameron, what's PAX? What is this place? Why is it so cool to go?" What would you tell that person?
If it's a game that somebody's playing, somebody's showing it off. I really have no other explanation for it.
There's more than that, though, about PAX. I mean, PAX is also a celebration of gaming and geek.
Well,
it's like a really, really crowded. Well, it is. It's like a really crowded E3, Comic-Con, and a little bit of like CES or something like that, sort of all rolled into one with some conferences.
Right. Yeah.
And a LAN party.
Well, it encompasses all forms of gaming.
Yeah, a medium-sized LAN party that, depending on the event, is either really good or really bad, and it is kind of a toss-up.
And concerts, they have
that's
big
true.
Concerts.
Yeah, meetups and concerts and stuff like that. All that kind of stuff going on during the event. But yeah, I mean, it's sort of like if you've always wanted to go to E3, but you're not in the industry, or you don't have a method to get there, because E3 is limited to
industry professionals,
industry professionals in media. This is sort of your next best place to go.
Yep.
Because you can. I mean, it's open to anybody as long as you can get a ticket early, because they don't sell very many. And the ones they do sell, everybody always seems to show up because it is really crowded.
Yeah.
Especially on the floor.
If you're interested in tabletop games, they got it.
Yep.
Card games, they got it.
Yeah.
Miniatures.
The people who go there range from nerd image, right? So not really a nerd, but like to portray that image because it's kind of cool because of, ridiculous TV shows that are out there right now.
Trying to be
all the way to
names are in these days.
Die hard nerd, true to the bone as much as you can be, and everything in between. So if you fall into somewhere of that category, which pretty much everybody does, then it's probably an event you'd have fun at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. And
at least go check it out once.
And that's why. And actually, one of those years, I was an enforcer, basically a volunteer to help people out, general public, as they go through the expo floor or they get lost and they're trying to find their way. I actually worked the expo floor, and it was a great experience, being able to hang out with gamers and help control lines, and it was a lot of fun. Really, PAX is an experience that I believe any fan of gaming or geek should join and go to at least once in their lives, if they can do it, either in the East in Boston, or out west here in Seattle, or even down under in Australia. If you have the opportunity to go. You got to do it.
We're going, aren't we?
We are going.
We're going next year to Melbourne, right?
Yeah.
What?
Jason's like, what?
I didn't get that.
I got my passport. I'm ready to roll.
Well, I got a passport too, but we have another thing that we're doing in November that's we're traveling for, which will be
that's right. That's the budget for the next 2 years.
Yeah, we've already 3 years. What are you talking about? So one thing that Joe mentioned is panels, and I'm sorry to do this to you guys, but I kind of need to do a little self-promotion here. I don't usually self-promote on this show. I don't usually talk about me, but I'm going to. You okay over there, John? You got a cough.
Yeah.
Anyway,
where's that Division C trophy plaque again?
What?
What? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
That
little
thing.
Yeah. We never. Nobody's ever noticed that before. I mean,
no. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it just showed up on the wall with no words mentioned about it, right?
No, I mean that would be very wrong of me to talk about that. Every single week on this show.
Yeah.
Take a drink.
For like a month and a half straight.
No, I mean, no. I'm going to be on a PAX panel, conveniently about pinball. So on Sunday at 8:00 in the Unicorn Theater, panelists Bowen Kearns, Kaylee George, Todd McCulloch, and Chase Nunes will be talking about pinball, how to play, how to best play your games, and also I'll be speaking about the streaming future of pinball, of Geek Gamer TV and Papa TV. which is had a very successful Kickstarter, raised a lot of good money that goes towards that effort, and they did their first live broadcast at the Papa World Championships this past month. And the best part about that is Bowen Currens won that championship. So we have a championship panel. Kaylee George, a world champion. Tom McCulloch is a champion. I'm a champ. This panel is packed. So if you're going to be there, whoa, John.
Yeah, it was close.
That was really close, man. That's why I put the drinks in front of me, not to the side of me.
I got room for that.
Now, stay tuned to the show, you guys, because you're probably saying, well, Chase, I would love to go. I would love to check it out. But you just said they're sold out. Yes, I did. I did say that they're sold out. However, guess what I have here, you guys?
How fast did they sell out?
In about a day. Less than a day.
Okay.
So you're probably wondering, Chase, I like to go. Well, if you want to go, keep listening to the show. We'll tell you how to do it later on. So let's get to the schedule. Let's talk about some of the things that we're going to see at PAX Prime 2013. And let's go and run down the big news. Big three. First off, we'll start off with Sony. Now, Sony has confirmed that we are going to see PlayStation 4 titles at PAX. Some of the titles that we're going to see at PAX are the same titles that we're seeing at the San Diego Comic-Con and Gamescom. But they're likely to present Gran Turismo 6, Puppeteer, Killzone Mercenaries, Tearaway, and some other PS3 and Vita titles as well. And they also have some Sony-related panels, like Infamous Second Son and pitching The Last of Us, which it might be an interesting panel for us to check out. Basically, it talks about how the creative directors and game directors over they successfully pitched Naughty Dog that game, and obviously it's been a huge title for them. So if you're a Sony fan, they got you covered. Now, Joe, did you check out what's going on with Microsoft and what they're going to be unveiling at PAX?
Not really.
Oh, Joe, that's when I'm supposed. I'm setting you up.
I'm sorry. No, they're going to do a meetup, of course, and they're going to do a demo. They're going to talk about the Xbox One and stuff like that. But they're actually not. Some of the stuff's not actually going to happen at PAX.
Yeah, that's
they're
true.
Gonna do it. They're going to do it at the Microsoft Store in University Village, which I don't know where that is in relation to PAX. But anyway, that's where some of their event is going to be. But yeah, they'll have a presence there with the Xbox One and stuff like that.
It's a pre-PAX meetup, and you do not have to have a PAX pass to check it out. It's open to the public. It will be this Thursday evening from 7:30 to 9 o'clock at the University Store of the Microsoft Store in the University Village area. There is 2 in this area, so make sure you go to the right one. And Major Nelson is going to be there. They're going to be giving out prizes. You're going to be able to meet a few members of the Xbox team, and a really great treat for people who want to check it out and cannot go to the event. No doubt it's going to be packed. But they will probably have playable versions of Forza at the event, which I'm looking forward to. I'd love to check that out, really. I'm stoked on that. Now, John, who have I left out?
Somebody.
Wow.
Come on. Cameron, who did I leave out? I talked about Sony.
Talked about Microsoft.
Yep. Who am I leaving out?
Sega.
Well, there's that Mojang and the Sony launch title.
God.
Wait a minute.
Roku.
Does it start with an N? They make playing cards, don't they? Well, they used to.
Kerbal?
Why do I even do this show? I mean...
Ooh,
it's
Sears,
Nintendo.
I like that one.
Nintendo.
Right. Yeah, the playing card company.
Nintendo's going to be there. They're going to be talking about lots of games. Huge games. Super Mario 3D World, Donkey Kong Country, The Legend of Zelda, Pikmin 3. Lots of great titles. Huge stuff. Lots of stuff. Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. and also some neat things being added to the Street Pass Me Plaza for the 3DS. Lots of great things, huge list, lots of playable titles, no doubt. In my opinion, Joe, Cameron, John, Nintendo needs to come out strong here going into the holiday season because they have two big consoles that they're going to be going up against, the Xbox One and the PS4. So the only way Nintendo's going to be noticed at all this holiday season is with big titles. I mean, hell, Joe, you and I are being holdouts because we're kind of waiting for the new Zelda title, right? I mean, we're just...
actually, they were just leaked over the weekend about a new package coming out for the Wii U that includes...
I saw that, yeah.
That includes the Wind Walker HD conversion.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, that might be enough.
But you know what, though? What did we say on this show, Joe, that we would never do?
Buy special editions?
That's right.
Okay, but it's the same price as a regular one, and you get a game.
Okay, well, if it's the same
and it's
price,
it's not like I'm pre-ordering a special edition.
Okay,
right?
fair enough.
I mean, that's the thing. The big issue isn't special editions. I don't think, because I mean, I've got a couple special edition Duke Nukem copies over here too. Mm-hmm. I think the big issue is pre-ordering a game or a special edition game, because you don't know what it's going to be like.
Right.
If pre-order it, and if it turns out to be just utter garbage, you've already given your money to the developer supporting utter garbage.
You mean like Grand Theft Auto 5?
Yeah, or the next Forza if it's also utter garbage, or anything. Not. I mean, any title for that matter. Yeah. You know, or say consoles. Pre-ordering a console before you actually know what it's going to be like.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm pre-ordering those consoles to cover them.
Sure that's included in our no pre-orders, no special editions, none of that sort of thing.
No, I don't think pre-orders are okay. No special edition pre-orders.
No, because look, a special edition, if you're special editioning a game, that's one thing. But if you're buying the same cost, you know, a special edition package, the same price as everything else, that's not quite the same thing. If you bought, like, say you already had an Xbox and you bought the special edition Xbox R2D2 edition, you know, because even though you already had a working Xbox, that would be sort of outside the realm of normality. But no, pre-ordering, the thing is pre-ordering supports bad game development because you don't know what the game's going to be like or what the platform is going to be like until it's actually released, right?
Well, there are some games that I know that are going to be good upon release. Like Grand Theft Auto 5. It's going to be good. I'm willing to put my money on that.
You know what, though? No, because there have been so many games in the past that people have said, oh, it's going to be great, and it comes out, and it's like, not.
Well,
so
they said the same thing about Grand Theft Auto 4, and it was pretty good.
You know what? It's hard because I don't think there's any excuse you can make that makes pre-ordering a game logical. The only I want
to play it on day one, Joe. I want to play that game when it comes out on day one. I want to be one of the first people out there to get video of it, get a review of it for the people who watch our content. That's my goal, is to get stuff out to them on day one.
Well, then go order it, buy it on day one.
But
if
it's sold out to all pre-orders on day one, then there's no way for me to do that.
The only reason a title would be sold out to pre-orders on day one is if the manufacturer decided they wanted to make it be sold out on the first day, which is, I think, is really inappropriate for a manufacturer to do in the first place.
That is a whole other discussion, because we know manufacturers have done that. We know they have done that.
There's no question they do that with every major launch title they do.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking about printing some discs and putting them in an envelope. There's no reason. And then the idea of some of the online download services even saying that they're selling out.
Oh yeah, digital downloads that are we can't.
I'm sorry, we're sold out of
we're sold out of digital.
We're out of keys.
Sorry.
We're out of keys.
Click the button that says you can have more. That's stupid.
Yeah.
But no, I firmly believe pre-ordering a game is a mistake. Now, if you pre-order a game, so here's the other side of that though too, is like Saints Row 4. Okay. It came out last Tuesday. A friend of mine who pre-ordered it months ago off Amazon didn't get his copy till the afternoon. I caught my copy that morning while I was sitting at work, bought it off Steam, and it was on my machine by the time I got home. Because he had to wait for it to ship to him, it took longer.
Wow.
Therefore, penalty for pre-ordering. So, it's that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't think I think pre-ordering a game just supports lazy developers and cheap development, and I don't think we should do it at all. I don't think there's any excuse anybody can come up with that would convince me that it's worthwhile.
Send your emails to weekly@geekgamer.tv with, Joe, I pre-order because...
Yeah.
And we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah,
Seriously.
If you can come up with a legit reason, I'd be glad to hear it. But well, I want to make sure I have it on first day. I understand that being an argument, but if it's a reputable studio, there's no reason why there should be a lack of titles available on day one.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a decent game, you'll know within the first couple days you'll be able to go pick one up. But pre-ordering a game, especially months ahead of time, people who pre-order a game that's coming out in 6 months, I think that's a huge issue because we're just encouraging developers to be super, super lazy. And look at the whole Call of Duty series. How many times those things get pre-ordered? And then they still say, it was a complete surprise. We're coming out with another Call of Duty game this year. No, it wasn't. And it's going to be crap. I mean, just like, the current ones are.
Once again, send in your emails to weekly@geekgamer.tv and make sure you're on the subject line going, Joe, I pre-order because, and we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. Send in your complaints about my comments related to Call of Duty, because I firmly believe the last good Call of Duty game, really good Call of Duty game, was probably COD 4, not 8 or whatever they're up to now.
Moving back to PAX.
PAX, yes.
There's going to be a huge indie mega booth at PAX Prime. Hotline Miami 2, Aztez, Rus, and over 80 other independent titles will be at PAX Prime. Now, I don't know if you guys remember the big indie booth last year.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like an amoeba. It's gotten huge. It's much bigger now, and we saw so many people at the indie developers area, and I'm actually looking forward to checking out some of those titles and bringing that coverage to you guys. Have you guys checked out any of the independent titles? Cameron, John, Joe, anybody? No?
Any of the indie titles?
I have not.
Any of the indie stuff? No?
Not the ones you listed off, but I mean, I've played a lot of indie games.
Oh, sure.
So let's see.
Well, I mean,
I just
Audio Surf, you've probably played.
Audio Surf.
Audio Surf 2 will be there. Dead State, Don't Starve is another big one.
That's a pretty big one.
Yep.
Guns of Icarus Online, we had that at PDX Land this last time.
Yeah.
That was a very cool looking game too.
It is a really interesting game. Yeah.
Monster Loves You, N++, that Dragon Cancer, Toy Rush, Where Is My Heart, and other mini booth projects as well. So
Captain Bubble Knot.
We may not be able to cover every single game, but we'll definitely check out what they got going on there, because that's the neat stuff. That's the really neat stuff. One of the other things that some of the other things that we're going to be covering at the event. By the way, the event's 4 days long. There's a lot of things to cover. We're just taking some of the brief highlights of some of the things that we're going to cover. One of the things that we're probably going to person we're going to talk to is Tommy Tallarico. He's the guy who does the Video Games Live series, and they're going to be using Kickstarter to fund their very third album. Now, if you don't know about Video Games Live, basically it's a combination of a concert theater with video games synchronized with on-stage acting and footage of games. It's really awesome. And what they're doing is they're going to be doing a Kickstarter, which I'll jump to right here. Yep, there it is. And they talk about how they're going to be raising money to put out a third album, which is really, really cool. And we hope to talk with Tommy about this. Have you guys ever done a Video Games Live event? Every time one comes into town, for some reason, my schedule's conflicted and I can't do it. But it's a really cool thing. Have you guys checked it out at all? Joe, Cameron, John? No? Yes? No?
No, I haven't been to one.
I haven't had a chance to, no, unfortunately.
That sucks. Well, at least we'll get to talk to them. Now, here's one game that I know you guys play. And Joe and I have even flirted with the idea of possibly doing a show on this title, because it's one of those things that you really do need to have, be a rocket scientist about, and that is Kerbal Space Program. Now, right now, there is no multiplayer. It is single player only. And Joe, what is the deal with Kerbal Space Program? They're going to be at PAX, correct?
Yeah, so the guys who do KSP, I can't think of their name. Monkey Squad, I think. Yeah, no, and just Squad. Just Squad is the name of the company.
Yep, Squad.
They're going to be at PAX, and they're going to have some interview spaces available, and we're hoping to grab one of those and talk to them about PAX. I think we want to find out what the future of, or I'm sorry, not about PAX. We're going to talk to them about Kerbal Space Program, KSP, find out what the future of KSP is and where they're going to take it, and then really push them to introduce a multiplaer element to it.
Yeah, they'll tell us because we're gonna push that news out.
But yeah, hopefully we'll have a good conversation with them, find out more about KSP, and maybe potentially, like Chase said, do a show on KSP in the future, because it is really, really cool. If you haven't checked it out, it's worthwhile. It's available on their website and via Steam as well, but it is a lot of fun and really cool. Basically built spaceships.
I don't know if we should tell John about it yet, because right now he's just gotten into Minecraft, and John's already foaming at the bit for this game.
Yeah, Kerbal is sort of...
John?
Okay.
So we could lose him altogether if we show him Kerbal.
Yeah, that's true. If Minecraft is Legos, Kerbal is...
Space Legos.
I don't know. It's sort of. It's kind of like, Lego rockets. I don't know how else to I don't know how to describe it. Basically, you build your rocket ship and launch it into space, and then. But the thing is, it's not
when
like
Legos fly.
Right, but it's not like a standard sci-fi solar system adventure game or RPG or something like that. In Kerbal Space Program, there's real gravity, and you have to deal with orbits, and you have to deal with circularizing your orbit, and you have to deal with creating intercepts so that you can land on another planet, docking your spacecraft back up.
So you're saying there's a learning curve?
Yes. Yeah, there's definitely a learning curve. I mean, you can start with just throwing rockets together and seeing how far into space you can get, but yeah, there's a learning curve in order to get everything together.
And does that cliff kind of rolls back on itself?
I'm not going to say it's that. Well, it can be. It's sort of
it kind of looks like a breaking wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, the biggest thing about Kerbal that I found is you have to set a goal. And you can progress those goals, but you need to set a very basic, straight line. This is what I want to do. And when you meet that goal, then you can add a new one. But you have to really strive for that first goal. I want to put a space station in orbit. I want to dock these two spacecraft. I want to build a space plane. Stuff like that. You got to set a specific goal and meet that, and then deal with the rest. Because if you think, I'm going to build a spaceship and explore the solar system, it's going to go badly. There will be many crashes and very many dead Kerbals before you're finished. But no, it's an awesome game, a lot of fun. Highly recommend people check it out. It is totally worth it. I think it's like $20 or something like that. It is worth every penny. It'd be worth it if they charged $60 for it. This game is better than anything Call of Duty related has ever been. It's just tons of fun. It's just not multiplayer.
So, do they have a limited population on the planet?
Actually, if you keep killing Kerbals off, eventually you'll get new Kerbals with the old Kerbals names.
I was going to do
it's a couple hundred around. Yeah.
What did I say? What about a Kerbal eradication program that just ship them all out to space?
Just keep firing them into the sun or something? Yeah. You can do that if you want to, but eventually you never run out of pilots. No. You just start getting new ones. But it's interesting because all the pilots, the different named pilots have, it's really kind of funny because they do actually have different attitudes and emotions about how they do things. So like one Kerbal you'll launch into space and he will be screaming the entire way, and another Kerbal will just sit there smiling like he's on drugs the whole way. So it's really
Jeb.
kind of entertaining. Yeah, Jeb is the famous one for just sitting there going yay. But yeah, it's awesome game, tons of fun. Check it out, and we will talk about it at PAX and interview those guys from Squad about it.
Absolutely,
heck of a thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is a heck of a thing. It's huge too, and it's gotten really, really big.
No, actually, I've heard some of the other people on TeamSpeak that I play Eve with been messing with it.
Yeah.
Well, the last thing I want to cover with you guys is something called the PAX 10. And what the PAX 10 is, they bring together, they being the PAX community, they bring together 50 industry experts, and they vote in what they feel to be the 10 best games when it comes to gameplay and overall fun factor. And these games are Avalanche 2, Badland, Escapegoat 2, Gunpoint, Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time, Owlboy, Ridiculous Fishing, Rogue Legacy, Sokobond, and Towerfall. Now, these games, some of them are on the PC, some of them are on mobile, and Mac as well. There's a Mac shutout. But here they are, and we'll check these out as well. I always love small, new, independent titles that are fun to play. And the PAX 10, they've been doing this now for the past couple of years. It's not for the 10-year anniversary of PAX, John. It's just the 10 best games, John.
Okay. You know what strikes me about this, though, is they're all, well, 8 of them
PC.
Are platformers.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Scrollers.
Scrollers, either side scrollers or I think Towerfall might be an up and down scroller, but yeah, they're mostly platformers, which is okay, but it's showing a definite, especially basically since Super Meat Boy, that was the first really big new platformer. Just this huge moves to platform games, and I don't care for them that much. I don't know. It's just, I don't get it.
So before we move on to the technical side of things, of how we're going to cover such an event as large as this, I wanted to ask all you guys, if you had to pick maybe one or two things of what you're really looking forward to at this year's PAX, what would it be? And I'm going to go with the quiet one here in the studio. Not me. I actually do talk. John, what are you looking forward to at this year's PAX? Anything at all? John?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh. Going over and yelling at Rooster Teeth.
What for?
Nothing. I was actually kind of a funny one.
Oh, no. You got to explain the side story here.
No, people have heard me kind of ranting a little bit about their Rooster Teeth's new RWBY. Just tell them, guys, let's edit down the volume control on their intro and outro music because it's way too loud. That was
it.
That was it.
You mean you're not looking forward to hanging out with the crew this weekend and
no, not at all,
and covering the event and talking with people and having fun and playing. You
know me. I hate crowds.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
all right.
I don't like being out and
Cameron, what are you looking forward to this weekend at the Penny Arcade Expo?
Talking to the wargaming people, see if we can get a little more information out of them about World of Warships and the convergence of those 3 games.
Okay, all right. Anything else from PAX you're looking forward to?
Booth Babes.
Any panels that you're looking forward to at all, Cameron?
Well, Mojang's not doing one, so probably not.
All right, Chase, I'll throw you a bone. I'm really looking forward to this pinball panel that I've heard so much about. It sounds like it's going to be really cool. And demos of how to play games and about streaming pinball. And
they're having a pinball.
The only issue is there's 3 really cool guys are going to be on the panel and some noob that I've never heard of before. Like Bowen.
That's really mean to talk about Kaylee that way. That's really, really mean. I want to tell him you said that. See that bearded guy over there? The only one that we have left? Him.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. He doesn't watch. None of them watch the show.
How do you know?
None of the 4 probably watch.
Bowen watches occasionally. Only when he's on.
Yeah.
Hi, Bowen.
So, no, I'm looking forward to all of PAX. I mean, the panel should be interesting. I'm interested in seeing what's happening there. You'll know that if I'm disgusted with it if I walk out halfway through. But I don't anticipate.
I got to say, what I'm really looking forward to, Joe, is
just hanging out with us,
hanging out with you guys, seriously,
and having a good time.
Seriously. I mean, that's really what makes it worthwhile. Is hanging out with friends and doing something that you love, and that's there's nothing like that, and I'm totally looking forward to that. Now, doing something like this and trying to cover it is a whole different beast. I mean, I've gone to PAX and try to check out as many games as possible and panels as possible, and that's fun. But then you add on the layer of trying to cover something like this for an entire community, for the world, really. You know, when you have a lot of people checking out your content and they like our point of view on things and the way we get along with each other, they want to know and live vicariously through us, right? So putting something together like this is really hard work, and it really starts months and months and months ago with you know, filing the proper paperwork to get media passes, and then, you know, building up our content and building up our base, and then getting the technical equipment. Now, one of the pieces of equipment that Cameron will be using, Mr. CameronMan, is this. This is an awesome camera that I picked up a couple of years ago. It's the JVC GY-HM100U. It's a very technical sounding camera, but the best thing is it shoots in 1080p. It also records to SDHC cards, and it does record natively in QuickTime movie format, which is very beneficial because I do all my editing in Final Cut. So, Cameron, you know, you're our CameronMan. What do you think of this little beast of a camera?
It's a very compact unit. I like that a whole lot. It's not very heavy. It's easy to tote around. With the new shoulder mount, it's going to be a lot better than a monopod.
That's absolutely correct. Now, we'll still have the monopod as, you know, in our tools. But, John, do you have the... I never knew how to pronounce these guys correctly. Is it Optica?
Optica.
Optica. See, I screwed that up. See? So here's what it looks like. But John's going to show it to us. He's going to model it to us. He's going to lift it up. We actually bought some counterweights for it. So the camera's going to be mounted on that front handle section. I'm waiting for you, John.
Oh.
Yeah. I was going to switch over when you
I wasn't going to, like, pick it up until you were...
No, I know.
Okay.
I know. But basically, we have two handles on it. There we go. So there's two counterweights in the back, which are 4 pounds each. So it's an 8 pounds in the back. And then you put that on the shoulder, and then you have two handles. And actually, we just have one on there right now. And it's pretty stable once we get all the equipment on the front end. Once you get the camera on there, it does balance out the equipment. So we're going to have that. Some of the other goodies we're going to have is obviously on the camera. We're going to have one of these. This is just a simple LED light bar that I'm going to turn on real quick and blind you guys. There you go. Real simple, and it's adjustable. It's got different color filters in case we need fill light. Another thing that we're going to pick that we picked up. Now, if you followed our coverage last year from E3 and PAX, what's something wrong, John?
No, just keep going.
Okay. From E3 and PAX is we only had one wireless microphone, which worked fine. It worked great. And actually, the microphone that we used is this one right here. It's the MD46 from Sennheiser. It's an interview microphone, and it's the microphone that John is talking into. And it sounds very good, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
It does.
All right.
It's just ducky.
It's just ducky. But there's a problem. What was that?
Nothing.
I thought I heard something.
I said but.
Uh-huh.
But. You were saying but.
Okay. But there's only one problem. And the problem is...
Tell us, Chase.
Well, if we want to have more than one presenter in front of the camera, you know, we have to hand the microphone back and forth. And that's great and all. So I picked up another neat little piece of equipment. It is called the Juiced Link Riggy Micro. It's the RM333, and you're probably wondering, well, what's the big deal? It's just a little box. Well, this is the big deal right here. 3 XLR inputs. So I'll be on one. Joe or any other presenter that wants to be in front of the camera will be on the other one. And also, we have a third input if we ever want to add a third microphone, or we'll just use the camera's microphone for ambient noise. We'll mix that down, and we'll get it all mixed up. But it's really great. It's got a lot of options here on the bottom where you can set up different types of line levels. Once you set those, you just make your adjustments with the little knobs, and that's all there is to it. It's a great piece of equipment. Highly recommended. And it works well with camcorders and SLR cameras. And last but certainly not least, one of the things that is, I think, vital if you're doing any type of interview coverage at any convention is good, solid sounding equipment and good wireless equipment. You don't want a wire going from your camera to the presenter and having someone trip over it and die. You don't want that to happen. What's that? Oh, well, I got a picture. Yeah. It's one of these. This is a Sennheiser wireless kit. Yes, they are really $800. They are expensive. However, it is broadcast quality, is what the news people use. And the great thing about it is it scans for frequencies that are open, wide, and clear. And now this is band B because we have two sets of these. So we have a band A and band B. So they're not on the same frequency bands. So they don't step on each other. Yes, John, go ahead.
Nothing.
Were you going to show off that too?
I thought you were thinking I was going to say something about Band-Aid or something like
that.
No.
What do you got there?
Oh, the other.
This is show and tell. What do you got that?
Show and tell.
Yeah.
We have actually you guys call it a sliver, but who actually makes this?
It's generic.
Generic. Where'd you get it?
I don't remember.
I think did we get that one off Amazon?
No. We got it from some no-name website.
I thought it was a reseller through Amazon.
No, it's just some no-name website.
Yeah, because you guys call it the sliver.
It's called the sliver. And basically, it's a huge rechargeable lithium-ion battery. It's got an out and in and a USB port. But the best thing is it's got different adapters depending on what you're going to plug in. And that's what's going to power our camera.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have all-day battery power, which is great. That battery, I think, was like $200. But well worth it.
Yeah.
Well worth it.
'Cause testing here, we hooked that up with the camera battery. It'll run on that thing until that thing dies, and the camera will seamlessly switch over to
kick over
onto the battery itself.
And then we'll know we have an hour and a half battery life left, essentially. And then we have little small batteries.
Yeah.
So.
Jay was asking how long does it take to charge that thing?
Oh gosh, if it's from a straight dead state, I want to say 6 hours. I think. If it's on a straight dead state.
Yeah. But that's on an AC wall charger.
And yeah, it's an AC. It's got a brick. I mean, it's a good sized brick to charge it. But it's well worth it. It can power a laptop. We use it for the cameras. We actually used it as a battery source for the LiveView unit. LiveView actually uses these, and that's why we bought one, because we wanted to be able to switch out batteries and still do continuous broadcasting. Now you're probably wondering, why aren't we doing live coverage this year? And the reason is simple. There's geeks at this convention, okay? Loads of them, 50,000 plus. There's not enough cell bandwidth. Even with all the aggregation that the LiveView uses, we had really hard time sending out a signal. No, that's not LiveView's fault. It's really just the fault of the carriers not having enough bandwidth in the area.
It's infrastructure.
It's infrastructure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this year, we're not going to worry about that. We're going to just bring you guys some good coverage, and you'll get to check that out the following week on the website. So there you go. I think that's it. I was going to talk about something. I just don't remember what else it was.
Was it a raffle?
A what? A raffle?
Raffle?
What?
Raffle.
Joe, do you remember what I was going to talk about? Because I really, there was something else. Do you know?
Cosplayers. I think we were going to talk about
cosplayers.
Cosplayers.
Yes, yeah. Yes. Unfortunately, Rachel's not going to be there. Rachel was there last year. RAYCHUL.com. Check her out. She's awesome.
And she's been on the show with us.
And she wants to come back. She loved hanging out with us. And she wants to come back.
It's Cameron's beard.
That's true.
I know this is the PAX episode, but maybe we should talk about Minecon, too, since that's coming up.
There's that's
still
true.
12 days left in the Indiegogo campaign.
Yes, we do have an Indiegogo project, Joe. And maybe we should tell people why we're doing an Indiegogo project. What's the benefit to people, Joe? What's the big deal?
Well, there's a couple things. So one is it's expensive. We're in the Northwest. It's in Florida. You get much further apart than that and stay on the continental U.S.
Right.
The other thing too is it'll give us some equipment. You've already actually bought some of the equipment that we were going to get specifically for Minecon.
That's right.
And it'll allow us to cover other shows easier and cheaper, and stuff like that. So I mean, it's mostly a cost thing that we're not made of money. None of us have a money tree in the backyard, at least not yet.
Nope.
I don't think anyway.
No.
Unless you've been digging some holes under your house and are growing stuff down there that is basically
He's
money. I don't know. It is Washington, so I have no idea what the laws are.
He found some iron ore
anyway,
and some diamonds under his house.
But yeah, we're basically none of us are made of money. We all have real lives and real jobs and real expenses, and this is a way for us to be able to get down to Minecon and cover it because a lot of people asked us to be able to go down there.
Now,
and cover it from the gamer's perspective. So that's what we're going to do.
Now, the good news is we're going no matter what.
Right.
Whatever we don't raise and don't make up for, we're going to try to get with sponsorships. We're going to try to get from our own pockets. We're going. We have the tickets.
Yeah.
We actually have 5 tickets.
Yeah.
So we're going. No matter what, we are going. I had to get up at 7 a.m. to get those tickets.
What?
We're going.
Man, what tickets did you have in your hand just a second ago?
Oh, these are tickets?
We'll talk about those in a minute. We're still talking about Minecon.
Okay, no.
What, these?
Oh, see, that's what I thought you had in your hand. Then all of a sudden, I was thinking, well, maybe you meant you were holding up.
John doesn't know. John doesn't know what deflection means.
Yeah,
move on.
He's kind of anyway. The other big reason to back this thing is there's some really cool benefits that come out of this.
Reflection.
A great example is like our $10, just $10. You'll get your name on a wall in the server forever and ever as long as we keep the Minecraft server up.
And you get a postcard.
And we'll send you a postcard from Orlando while we're down there. It'll be awesome. More than that, get steps up to you can go through a whole bunch of different stages, but like one of them, you'll get custom chat color. So when you're in the server, everybody will know that you're a backer because you'll have a custom chat color, and you can even have a custom cape, so everybody knows that you're an extra super special backer.
2 people have claimed that, by the way. 2 people.
Yeah. A cape and color text, which is awesome.
You guys have
and then
capes.
it steps all the way up to why there's 5 tickets for a mere $6,000. We will buy your airfare, buy your hotel room, and buy you food while you're down there, and give you a Minecon ticket. And remember, there aren't any more Minecon tickets.
You're not going.
There were 7,500 of them. We have 5. If you want one, here's a way to get it.
Yep.
Now, if you're down in the Orlando area anyway, we'll do a meetup while we're down there. You can hang out, have a good time.
We've already had some people email into the show saying, "Hey, I know of some good places to go to and hang out with," and absolutely.
But this top level tier, this $6,000 tier, gets you all that stuff, and you will be on the show with us. You will hang out at Minecon with us.
If you want to be, if you want to,
if you want to be, if you don't want to be, there's no requirement.
No.
But yeah, if you want to be on the show, if you want to be part of the action, if you want to see everything there is to see at Minecon, you can come with us.
I want to remind everybody, and I know a lot of people sometimes they see the production value of this show. They see the hard work that I've put into it, that everybody has put into it, shoulders, backs, feet, you name it. And honestly, I would not be here doing this, talking into a microphone, looking at you guys, if it wasn't to have great friends like Cameron, Joe, and John, Umberto, countless others who have been a part of this show throughout the past 7 years. It's been done as a passion, as a sometimes an obsession, and I want to say thanks. And the reason why that we're trying to raise money, because you might be thinking, well, Chase, man, look, you must be rolling in it because the show looks pretty good. It sounds pretty good. No, it's just because maybe I'm stupid and I'm spending money where I shouldn't be. I don't know. This is my obsession, okay? Some people have cars. Some people have pinball machines. Some people have Eve.
What?
I have this. And I'm very lucky to have great friends that I could say, hey, Cameron, we need to frame this shot. And he goes, okay.
Frame it up.
Because he's the man. All I have to do is get him a Subway sandwich and a media pass. That's about it. Fair enough. So I think that was it, right? There's nothing else we need to cover. I think we took care of everything.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say a big thanks. No one's going to stop me. Huh?
Well, there's something about passes.
Oh,
passes.
that thing.
So we talked about Minecon passes.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to make a pass on that.
The show is totally sold out. No more tickets available. You can't buy anymore.
Yeah.
Didn't we start out talking about another event that had sold out passes?
Yeah.
That we had that there were some extras available for people who wanted them.
PAX.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Yeah. When is that? That's like October, right?
No, that's like this weekend. That's like 4 days from now.
What, like this coming weekend?
Yeah.
Isn't this Labor Day weekend?
Yeah, this upcoming weekend. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. All right, here's the deal, you guys.
It's great.
I know I'm messing around. I'm having fun with you.
Mm-hmm.
But let's be serious. PAX has been sold out since they went on sale, like, 140 days ago. I mean, the 4-day pass is sold out in literally an hour. The individual day pass is sold out by the end of the day. And I bought passes. Now, you're probably wondering, well, Chase, you're going as media. Why would you do such a thing? Well, I did it for a couple reasons. First, I know some people think that I was going to take these passes and put them on eBay. And they would be right. No, I'm kidding. I was not going to do that. So I know a lot of people couldn't go. A lot of good friends, close friends who want to go never got in on tickets. And right now, you can go and find tickets on Craigslist and eBay and other exchanging websites. And you would hope that you're not getting ripped off. You would hope that the pass you're buying is authentic. However, there's really no guarantee until you show up. And I saw this as an enforcer. Until you show up and you find out you have a counterfeit badge and you're escorted off the premises.
Ouch. Not
Not only you feel like a doofus for buying a counterfeit pass, but you feel like you've been cheated out of an entire weekend, an entire experience. So what I want to do is kind of give back. And you're saying, well, Chase, you're trying to do an Indiegogo project. Why don't you just sell the passes for that? Nope, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So here's how you do it. Real simple. Head over to our website at geekgamer.tv/PAX13. That is going to be our PAX hub. And I want to say thanks to gamertech.tv, who has jumped on board as a sponsor, as a supporter of our coverage. Now, you can be a part of this coverage for as little as $10. However, if you want to get your hands on passes, just scroll down a little bit. Just scroll down. Now, if you live in the local area, which means you live in the Pacific Northwest, okay, you have a chance to enter the PAX Prime raffle. Now, the first raffle is going to be streamed on Monday at 8 p.m., Monday, August 26th. Now, the raffle link has already been released. It's already out there. You can enter the raffle You can enter into the raffle right now. The drawing will be tomorrow as we record this. So what does that mean? It means the winner of tomorrow's raffle will get to pick which day they want to go. If they want to go on Sunday and watch our panel, my panel, with the Pinball All-Stars, they can. If they want to come on opening day Friday, they can. They can pick which day they want to come to. Now, you're probably saying, well, Chase, you have extra passes there. I'm going to be giving these away all week until I'm out. Until the passes that a couple of these are reserved for some friends, close personal friends. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But I'm giving them all away, Joe, Cameron, John. Hopefully you guys are okay with that.
I think I'll live, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right, fair enough. So all you got to do is follow Geek Gamer TV on Twitter at Geek Gamer TV, and you have a chance to win passes this week. Real simple and easy. And let me do this. I'm going to my hidden link right now.
I can tell you how many have entered already.
Oh, I know. The hidden link, by the way, isn't that super hidden, but it can be found. 137 entries are in here right now. So you're probably wondering, well, how do you earn entries? Well, if you tweet about it, you get one entry. If you become a fan of us on Facebook, you get an entry. If you follow us on Twitter, you get an entry. If you subscribe to Geek Gamer Network on YouTube, you get an entry. So you get up to a maximum of 5 entries. Now, once this drawing happens, all those entries get wiped out, and it might be a new raffle. I haven't decided yet. They may not be all raffles. I'm going to have some fun with this. I really am. So if you're in the local area, if you're in the Pacific Northwest, or you're planning on being in the area and you want to go to PAX, there you go.
Now, wait, a couple of those entries said subscribe to like YouTube or that sort of thing. What if somebody's already subscribed?
Guess what? They got an entry.
They just got to click the button, right?
Yeah, they just have to type in. They just have to type in their account name.
That's it.
All. That's all. Yeah.
That's it.
So,
Awesome.
So if they've already subscribed, they already got an entry. If they have a forum account, they already have an entry.
You just got to go in there, put your username in, make sure you can confirm
put in
it,
your
and that's it.
And put in your email address. You got to register and that sort of thing. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So a lot of you guys who already follow us, you already got entries. They're just sitting out there.
You just gotta sign up for them. You've already got them.
Right. Yes.
It doesn't take any more work than just entering your name and hitting to go.
Now, a couple of things that I'm going to mention. There is some fine print there, but I'm going to give you the major bullet points. First off, you have to obviously it has to be legal in your neck of the woods. There is no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. You need to have a valid state ID or driver's license to get the pass from us. We're not going to send them to you. We're going to meet up with you in person and give it to you. You cannot transfer it to anybody else. So if Mr. John Smith wins, you better show up with an ID that says John Smith and have your picture on it. Just saying. Valid state ID. If you don't show up, you don't show up. That's fine. Maybe I'll just give it to a random person on the street. Who knows? But yes, there you go. If you have any other questions about it, please let me know. So you can send it to me on Twitter at GeekGamerTV or at Noon is my personal Twitter account. Mr. John Kessler, always just ducky. And by the way, isn't that a nice mic flag that you're talking? Isn't that a beautiful setup you got?
Yes,
That is just gorgeous.
Just looks.
The GGTV just pops.
Yes, it's. I almost just kind of wash out in the background because of that.
Yes. So
it's
there you
very,
go.
very nice.
It's very, very nice.
Yes.
It's nice. But yes, don't follow him on Twitter because it's not really him.
No.
Mr. Joseph Falby, we can follow you on Twitter at Falby, Falbey. And you'll be up here this weekend, by the way, live, local, and in effect for Minecraft Me. You'll be here live. We'll be doing a show live.
Yep.
That's awesome. We don't know what time yet.
No.
Because it just really, we got some things we got to take care of on Thursday. Like getting our passes and other things. So anyway, yes, that will be happening on Thursday. It won't probably be at 8. I don't know what time yet, but just keep an eye on our Twitter and schedule, and it'll be live. We'll be here. And we have a very special treat in store. You're going to love this one. Mr. CameronMan Atchley from beautiful Portland, Oregon, or Portlandia.
That's Portland. I haven't seen Portlandia yet, so.
Okay.
What? No, lies. He's seen it.
He's seen it. You haven't seen the statue of Portlandia?
I don't believe I have. And actually, I was talking about the show, but I don't think I've seen the statue either.
Okay. But yes, Cameron will be working hard behind the scenes and in front of the scenes because no doubt we'll be having fun in front of the camera and you guys will get to share with us. But Cameron, looking forward to seeing you on Friday.
Yep, be there about 9:15, I think it is.
Yeah, like I said, don't forget to send me your itinerary if you haven't done so already.
I have to find that, and I'll get it to you.
Okay. Otherwise, you'll be calling. You forgot to pick me up from the airport. Oh, yeah, that's right. Forgot to get Cameron. Go snap.
Yeah. Plus,
now,
we need some time to get the shoulder harness and all this set on him.
Well, we got to get it set up on you first. You'll be wearing it on Friday. We do the show every Sunday evening, typically at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern at live.geekgamer.tv. But we will not, I repeat, not be having a show next Sunday because we'll be at PAX. So we'll return for the following week for our PAX Roundup, which we'll talk about what we saw, conquered, and all that fun jazz. And by the way, in case you didn't know, we now are on Roku. You can download the geekgamer.tv app from the Roku Marketplace. Over 2,000 people have. You can watch the show live from your living room or also get caught up on specials, Minecraft Me, Geek Gamer Weekly, Pinball. It's all there on the app, geekgamer.tv on Roku.
Who made the app?
I did.
Nice.
I did. And I think I did a good job. I'm still tweaking it, but there you go. All right, guys. Well, we love you. We thank you for joining us. We cannot wait to go to PAX this weekend and cover it. But until then, until the next show of Minecraft Me, which is on Thursday, Mr. John Kessler, Joseph Falvey, Cameron Atchley, my name is Chase Nunes. Until we all talk again, we're all silent. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Chase Russell.
There you go.
Bob Saget.